Good afternoon, folks. I'm Mike from BackToBasicPodcasting.com. Here to review the High Point Carbine 45 caliber. We'll touch on a few things real quick about this gun. It is a handgun, even though it appears to be a rifle. It is a handgun ammunition. It's 45 auto, so it's not a long-range weapon by any means. 50 yards max. Its primary use is home defense. You could probably take it hunting. As far as it's legal in your state, that's up to you to find out. Here in Texas, it is a perfectly legal weapon to game hunt. I could take it whitetail hunting if I so chose. But there again, you're going to be limited to about 50 yards. But like I said, its primary use is home defense, and it's a great gun for that. It shoots 45 caliber ammunition, which is relatively cheap. You can buy bulk boxes. Several companies makes them. I prefer Remington. I've shot some Federals. As you can see, there's a box of them laying there. I have set it up for that purpose and for just a basic plinker. Have fun to shoot. It's a blast to shoot. You can't find a more fun gun, in my opinion, to shoot. I thoroughly enjoy it. I've chosen the BSA red dot scope. It also has a laser emitter right here, so it's a combination. You got an ACOG style red dot scope with laser emitter underneath here. The High Point offers it with quite a few attachments from the factory. They actually offer it with a light. This is not a High Point light. It's a light I added on. They offer it with lasers. They offer it with scopes, with red dots. They offer it. The only attachment I paid for when I bought this gun, I wanted the grip, the foregrip. And you could go out and you can buy a lot of different foregrips to put on here. And I'm going to tell you why I chose to go with the High Point foregrip. Right here, if you'll look, there is a little compartment that you can unscrew. It comes open just like that. And out falls the tool made for this gun. This tool is pretty much all you need to disassemble this gun. Short of the Allen wrench, which you can actually put an Allen wrench in there also. It will fit. I checked it out. But as you'll see, come right here. That tool takes your bolt out and tightens it up. Your releases, it actually releases the upper out of the stock. That tool does. So you could pretty much tear this gun completely down apart with that one little tool that sits right in there and just falls right out. And you always have it with you if you have the High Point foregrip. That's the reason I chose to go with it instead of an aftermarket foregrip. Other than that, the sling, that came with it in the box, and that's it. The ACOG style scope, BSA, I put on there, and the flashlight, I put that on there. It's an Ultra Fire, bought it off of Amazon. It's 1100 looms. Do not have a pressure switch. I don't feel you need one. The switch is right there. I can hit it with my front finger. I mean, there's really no need for a pressure switch. So that's the reason I didn't go for a gun-specific light that had a pressure switch. It has an 8-round clip. It's 8 plus 1 in the chamber, so it makes 9 total. That is a big difference between the 45 and the carbine 40 and 9mm. Both the 40 and the 9mm have a 10-round clip. They'll hold 9 in the clip and 1 in the chamber. Ergonomics is pretty nice. You got your safety right there, which you cannot put the safety on if the bolt is in the locked open position. You got the clip release. As you see, it functions properly. Once the bolt's forward, you can put the safety on.
Alright, I have removed the upper part of the foresight because I do have the BSA ACOG on here, or ACOG style. It's not your ACOG, but it is an ACOG style scope. As you can see, the foresight is actually adjustable via bolt. I don't have the other part with me or I'd show you, but it actually goes on there and it'll adjust up and down. But I removed that because I chose to go with the ACOG style scope. I just prefer an optic when it comes to shooting. The iron sight was probably one of my favorite iron sights that I've shot through, but I prefer optics when shooting. Well, let's take a few shots and just see what this gun will do.
there. As you can see, it has a last round hold open. It once the last round goes through, bolt holds open. It's pretty typical, pretty common nowadays. I forgot to mention earlier, I was wanting to say something about this. Actually, I thought this was a joke when I first looked at the gun. It's got a spring-loaded butt plate. Yeah, right. It's a 45. You know, you don't need it. You'll be amazed. I really was. I was amazed at how much this actually works, how much you can feel it work. I think it's one of the coolest features of the gun. You know, it's nothing. It's just a little spring-loaded butt plate, but it really does. And I know 45 don't have much kick in a carbine style gun. You know, yeah, if you shot a 45 caliber pistol, that's got a little thump. But I'll tell you what, this thing right here really does wonders to keep you on target with multiple shots. So I like it.
Well, there you go. There's the target I just shot at. Not too bad. We're at about 30 yards, and that was off arm. You see we got 2 tap there. 1, 2, there's one right on target. Yeah, I mean, granted the pattern's a little bit out there, but again, that was off arm, and I don't pretend to be a professional shooter. But
it don't matter who Mr. Bad Guy was, he wasn't going to be coming no more. He was done, as you can see. So that's a pretty good group at 30 yards from a carbine shooting handgun ammunition. At least I feel like it is. And if I was on a rest, I had the gun propped up, I had to miss shooting off arm, it's a much tighter group. I pulled the pattern in, kept it in the 9 spot, which is right there at about the same distance. You know, but that was on a rest. So the gun's not set up for that. The gun's really, you know, intended for home defense. It's a little bit more intimidating. It's a whole lot more natural to shoot a carbine. It's more natural point than a pistol. That's been proven time and time again, case study after case study. So like I said, as far as just a plain fun, go out and shoot, I really enjoy it. It's a comfortable fit for me, and it's not too heavy. It's a blast to shoot. I really recommend picking one up and giving it a whirl. Okay, and now the real one to be scared of when she has it.